Well, good evening
What's up?
and welcome in to Go Live Together After Dark. After Dark.
Yep.
We are so excited that you're here because I don't know who I am. I don't know if I'm Tina rolling down the river or if I'm Shakira.
Shakira.
Yeah. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay. But what I did today during my uptime was look for cruises. I mean, I looked for cruises till I couldn't look no more. I did. I looked. Oh my God, I looked. You looked.
I looked.
Yeah. And we got a family cruise planned. We planned a family cruise and we sent it out to the family.
Yep.
For next year on the MSC.
First MSC ship smoking out of Galveston on November 9th, 2025.
Yeah, so we told the family that's going to be the family cruise.
And that is going to be on the Seascape. So anybody interested, get a hold of me. We can get it together. And I know that we're inviting family, but we're also inviting our friends to come along with us. We know that this MSC is something that we've been longing for and waiting for to come to Galveston. And I know that it's going to be a fun time for sure.
Yeah, especially for the family.
We watched that video today and, Danny had us hooked, right? We were watching different levels and everything. And she even watched some Haven videos today for the upcoming Prima sailings that are coming out of Galveston. And I think Danny has her hooked on the Haven. So we were going to the grocery store a while ago, and I believe I can share this. And she was like, okay, we could either go to Walmart or Randall's. Well, somebody wouldn't let me in the right-hand lane, so I decided to make a left to go toward the signature Kroger. And she asked the magical question, where are we going? Because I'm making a suspect left, right? And I was like, the Haven. it just slipped out of my mouth. That's how into looking at cruises we were earlier today.
I mean, we looked and looked and looked.
Yes. And so anyway, welcome into Go Live Together After Dark. This is a different show for you. Good evening and welcome in. Thank you for coming in to #Team Replay. We definitely appreciate you guys coming in. But for those of you that are here right now, good evening and welcome in. We got first up in the chat, yo, Brooklyn in the house, Eddie Lugo Studios. Viva la raza! All right, here we go. Next up in the chat is Cruising is Fun Anytime. Hey, babe.
Texas.
That's right. Next up in the chat is Orange Cone Vlog. Good evening.
Hey, good evening.
What's up?
Next
in Las Vegas.
Yep, New Rochelle in the house. Emily has checked in. Good evening.
Good morning.
Hi.
Well, good evening.
Next up in the chat is your friend and mine, Cruising on the High Seas.
And travel.
That's right. Good evening. Oh, next up is Carnival Cruise Addict said, made it to alive, not sleeping. Yes. Hey, all. Thank you guys so much for coming into the live stream this evening.
Friday night sleeping.
I know, right? Next up in the Midlife Travels has made it to Galveston safely.
Hey.
Welcome to Galveston.
Yes, welcome to town.
Welcome.
We appreciate you coming into the live stream.
Get some donuts.
Well, they're closed.
Oh, they're closed for now, but they will be
They'll be
open
open in
at
the
5 a.m.
In the
There you go.
morning.
Yep. Next up in the chat is none other than Alice Lugo Studios. Good evening and welcome in. And we are praying for your quick and speedy recovery.
Yes.
What's up?
Yes, ma'am.
Get me eating that stuff.
And look at this. Rob asked, "What is sleep?"
Oh, sleep is the thing that I like to do.
Yep.
I love to sleep.
Message from the Government of Canada.
Good evening. All right. So let's see. We are all caught up in the chat. Yeah, welcome into the show, everybody. We appreciate you coming in. And let's see. How is it going where you are, Eddie? That's good.
Is delicious.
Donuts. Oh yeah. We gotta hook up those donuts. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has made it in. Hello.
Good evening.
Hi.
Yes. We also got our first donation, fresh fruit. We got pineapples from Hammer, Mr. Scott McNeil. Good evening.
Mm.
Scott, how's it going?
What was that about? But it's 55 degrees in my side, cloudy. So maybe a rainy day tomorrow morning or tonight. So which either way makes that a nice evening. And Alice is home. I'm home. We're hanging out here with you guys. Everything's good.
Oh, yeah. I got to show you this. I got to present this screen real quick. Our weather. The temperature is going to be dropping to a walloping 47 degrees tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Down from 60.
Oh, I feel so bad for you.
I'm
Oh,
serious, man. This is
no.
crazy.
Oh, it's crazy. Not at all. I mean, that's crazier than the 18 degrees that it's going down.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, crazy. 18 degrees here tonight.
Yes.
Is it gonna snow?
Yes, it actually is going to snow. They originally were saying 1 to 3 inches. Now it's 5 to 8.
Ooh.
Oh, snap. Look at Zuri's mom in the house. Nisi
Hey.
has made it in. What's up?
Hey, my
Hola,
baby.
hola, hola.
Good evening.
Hola, Jennifer.
That's the New York babies.
Yep. That's you. Yeah. You have seen. Oh, it's going to be cold here also, Jennifer said.
Okay.
She's in the same area. I mean,
Yeah, the Gulf Coast. I'm telling you, it's getting cold. We're not used to cold though. We're not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're cold. Yeah. Yep. Cold. 47 degrees.
for us, it's going to be 30 tomorrow.
30.
Lovely.
How about 18?
We can't beat 18.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Not at all.
Emily says 32 here, guys. A little snow overnight. LOL.
Oh man.
32. Is that it?
Yep. Carnival Cruise Addicts. Cold. That is freezing.
I know.
I know. Yeah. 47.
Now, here's the
18.
thing, though, right? Usually by now, this time of the year, it's usually we usually have like a week long where with the wind chills, it's minus,
Mm-hmm.
right? So at least 18 isn't minus, but 18 degrees is
And
definitely.
Prissy has just made it in. Good evening.
Oh, that's
and,
my daughter.
Yeah. And she said, where is it 18 degrees? Well, he lives in Pennsylvania.
South
Yeah.
Central Pennsylvania, near Hershey and Gettysburg.
Yep. Jennifer says it will be 38 tomorrow and then back to 80s on Wednesday. Sounds kind of like us, too. We're going to be in the upper 70s middle of next week as well.
Mhm. But it's gonna be 47 tomorrow.
Yep.
But Scott, Prissy is the one that fell off the banana boat.
Oh,
Yeah.
why did I think that was Shawnee?
That is what she calls
Yeah.
herself, Prissy.
Yep.
That's her internet name.
Gotcha.
Wait a minute. We want a special gift in our inbox. I don't know.
Put a shit.
I have no idea. But let's see. Traveling with Tinkerbell has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
What up, Tinker?
A donation of fairies and fresh fruit. We got some pineapples in the house.
And this is what I want to say to Scott. Okay, we looked at a lot of different staterooms on the MSC.
Mm-hmm.
The bathroom seems to be smaller than.
Yes.
Way smaller.
Yes. Like this small. You know, like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay.
That's
Like
all the way across.
getting in around the shower. I'd
Yeah.
say the shower is probably the normal size that you would expect on any cruise ship, but it's definitely got kind of like a narrow space in there. Interesting enough, my wife was showing me this cabin on Divina, which we're getting on in April, and at first glance, it really just looks like any cabin that you would expect to see. You go in there, but there's no bed. Like you'd expect to see a bed and then a sofa and then the balcony. But instead, there's no bed there. There's just the sofa and the balcony. And then there is like a doorway, and the bed is over here kind of like in a separate area. And there are only 2 cabins like that. And they're right outside the elevator bank in the atrium, almost kind of like up above the atrium.
Yep.
So the trade-off for that would be noise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So probably not switching to that cabin, but it is a very interesting design.
And hey,
We got
a super chat from you.
and you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Carnival
you.
Cruise Addicts, for that super chat.
Wow. Oh my God.
It's
Timing
the
is-
hair.
it's our timing. It's getting better. I love it.
It's the hair.
No, I think those
Wait.
those sequins are blinging me over here. It's just like maybe the timing is getting a little better.
By the way, it's a super sticker.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I'm not
Super sticker?
sure the difference.
My favorite super sticker is my favorite super sticker is I gotta bring it up. Hold on. No, you can't see it. Never mind. All right. I'm sorry. I'm being stupid. Sorry. I've had too much tequila sunrise.
All right. Oh, the cruise nuts are in the house. What's
These
up?
nuts.
Yep.
Cruise nuts.
Yes.
These nuts.
No, those nuts.
Those nuts.
Them nuts.
Yep.
Everybody's nuts.
Mm.
All around nuts.
Something like that.
Mhm.
What she said.
Yeah.
Drink, Scott. What? Come on.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with
Listen.
these chats here.
There's more tequila and grenadine in here than there is beer.
Oh, snap. Kathy Mills just made it in. What's up?
Good morning. Well, evening.
Good morning. Good morning. Good
Wait.
morning.
It's the hair.
Yeah,
It's
and
just on my
and,
brain.
and I'm the one that's drinking tequila over here. Kathy, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We will try not to embarrass you.
Mm.
Yep. Najwa Brown has made it into the chat. Hello, welcome, Ian.
Hi.
I always appreciate you coming in.
Yes, we do.
Nice insights.
Yep. You know, I worked on our Cozumel video today.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And I left your favorite segments in the vlog. So yes, they are permanently being put into the annuals
The
of history.
dancing.
So
Yeah.
I was gonna talk to you about this like in a pre or post show, conversation or whatever, but I'm gonna bring it up here right now.
Okay.
Okay.
You just got 3.
I noticed there's a couple vlogs from the Prima, and I'm really trying to wrap my mind around what has been the turning point from the piano music collage of photos to actual real vlogs
Mm.
that I can't stop watching, that I really love. I'm trying to figure out, is it the ship? Is it like, what is it? Like, what happened that all of a sudden we went from piano music picture vlogs to actual vlogs that I love watching? Not that I didn't love watching your pictures, but it's
Three
kind of
things.
like pictures is kind of like home movies from the 50s, right?
Yeah.
3 major things happened. Number one, I changed my main vlog camera from my phone to this thing right here. This
Get
is
outta here.
This
Really?
is yes.
That's
this is,
it? That's
this
the
is-
that's the decider?
well, that's only one. Okay, this thing right here, it does a very, very good stable job of capturing video as you see it out of your eyes, as opposed to, just this filtered, unnatural look that you have to put a filter on in order to make it feel realistic.
Gotcha.
The 5.3K camera built into this little sucker really does a wonderful job. Also, I'm editing not on an iPad anymore, but I'm using this iMac that's in front of me. Also, I switched from KineMaster to Filmora. And in Filmora, believe it or not, there are more than 10-minute long songs that you can use. And so I'm like, okay, this is so easy. So it was really a good no-brainer concept that I needed to switch to something that felt more professional than KineMaster. And the timing is better because I get to do it with a mouse instead of just eyeballing it on a smaller screen. I got a 24-inch screen to deal with. So those 3 major changes to the equipment that I use does a far better job.
I mean, it is kind of like awesome for you to just push the power button, push the record. Everything is already there. You know,
It's already set to go.
You don't have anything. You just have to start talking.
Yep.
Right.
And the mic mod made me want to talk to it. It's like, why have a mic in your face if you're not going to use it? So it's like, it made me want to talk to the camera because it's so cute. I mean, it's just, it's different. It's different. And it's so much easier and quicker to catch what you're looking for instead of mounting the phone to the gimbal and taking that time to set up all of this unnecessary equipment. It's far better just to take it out of your pocket and hit record.
I'm telling you, like,
It's a real camera.
I'm not saying this because I'm your co-host. I'm telling you, I've been watching your vlogs. Huge difference.
Mhm.
Love the new vlogs from the Prima. Can't wait to see more vlogs in that style, in that way, with that enthusiasm. And of course, cruising is fun anytime. Always completes the picture, completes the vlog.
Oh, she's the
With
talent.
that amazing personality and a $1 million smile.
Mm.
And by the way, I want to thank Cruise Addicts for their super stickers.
Hey,
Hey.
we got another super chat or
Yes,
super
super
sticker
sticker.
coming in. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, to the channel. Tinkerbell, thank you for your super chat.
Super
Wow.
chat.
To the
Yeah,
Mr. Grill and
that's
Cruise
nuts
Nuts.
too.
Also,
Yeah.
thank
He's
you for
nuts.
your super sticker.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. Yes.
I mean, I'm telling you, just huge difference between, say, like the Aruba vlogs and the Prima vlogs.
Right.
Love them. Keep them coming, man.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It makes me want to talk to it. Just the microphone in my face makes me want to talk to it. So, yeah. Together we travel, and Lawn Lifters has come in. Hello, welcome
Hey,
in,
y'all.
and good evening.
Good evening.
Will G
Welcome
has
in.
made it in the house.
Will
What
G is here.
going on?
Are you in Galveston?
Are you in town? Yeah, let us know.
Because he's getting on the breeze.
You should be.
Yeah. He likes to come down the day of.
Mhm.
No.
Oh,
So-
snap.
Yeah,
Look at
Kathy, so
Okay, wait.
you may not. You
Shh. Will G, I am booked on the November 9th MSC Galveston inaugural also.
Hey.
USB plug.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's in the
We too.
I
Yes.
don't have that on this
that
stream
packet.
deck.
I think we might need it. We
I
might need
will
it.
add it. I will add it. I will. Add
Yep.
it. So all three of my stream decks are different. Stream deck upstairs for the morning show, stream deck down here for after night, and travel
Crazy.
stream deck very different.
Wow, everybody's in the house.
This is what I would say, Kathy. Here's the thing, right? The morning show, Monday through Friday, Jeremy runs that show,
Yeah.
right? The Friday night show, I run, right? And Jeremy is terrible at sharing. Okay, I mean, I don't recall whether or not he has any siblings, but otherwise, he's terrible at sharing. Right?
He
He's
has
not
no
shared
siblings.
any of these videos with me, probably because he thinks I won't run them, but I would run them, right? But I don't have those videos that he runs on the morning show, so I can't run them, and he doesn't have any control over the Friday night show, so he can't run them himself.
Wait a minute, he's sending them to you.
Oh, they on the way.
All right. I'll look for him.
Yeah.
And please, please show Haven. Please.
And by the way, you guys got 2 more super chats, 2 more stickers.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Hey, we got
A super sticker.
from you.
And you, and you, and you, and you.
Thank you guys so much. We really, really
I
appreciate
know,
it.
we got to learn that dance stuff.
What the Scott does?
Okay, but listen, there is one thing I have here on my end, right? And that is a recording from a remote camera on the Norwegian Prima. Okay. And I will not say whose door that might have been. Okay, I can't answer that. Can't divulge that information, but that was somebody's door on,
My goodness.
on the Norwegian Prima.
Yes.
My goodness. God. Okay, cruising on the high season travel. Oh, Jennifer said, I just ordered a GoPro Max 360 today. Have any of you used one? Is it to replace our GoPro 7?
That's the little one with like that's white with the little pop out camera or something? I think that's what it is. I don't know. I have a 360 camera, but it's not the GoPro one. It's the Insta360 X3, which is their latest one. And then I also I did have a GoPro Hero 11. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It's gone now or something. So I looked around the other day. It was gone. So, okay, wherever it is, I hope it's being well used. And then I have a DJI Action 4, which is their latest camera. But again, I don't probably use that.
Doesn't the 360 encourage you just to shoot 360 video? Because if you just show one frame of it, it's going to have too much of a fisheye on it.
Right. So here's the problem with the 360. One of the reasons why I don't even take it with me anymore. Okay, because I took it with me on an Oasis class ship because I had this idea. So I had this idea that it was going to be this really great, amazing, like 360-degree tour of a ship. The problem with the 360 video is it's really optimized for Instagram, like something that's portrait, right? It's not really optimized for a YouTube video that's 16 by 9 or even bigger. And the problem is that when you try to run those 360 videos in a wider format, they get distorted and nice. The video quality is terrible. And you have to do a lot of conversion on them as well. So, I don't know if that'll change in the future, but right now it's not the perfect scenario.
I wouldn't replace your main camera. I wouldn't take your main camera, but also shoot some 360 videos separate from whatever you're trying to do. And then once you throw it up on the timeline, if you like the smoothness and it's not a big old fisheye, you may be able to use it if you can keep the 360 camera straight. That is,
that blue collar cruiser, he does that
Yeah, he
360.
does 360 also.
Yeah, he does it really well.
But I don't think you should use it to replace your main camera because yeah, that would be tough just keeping it within the square that it needs to stay in.
But look at Blue Collar Cruiser
Mm-hmm.
because he does it really.
And Midlife Travels has donated a super chat. Oh, here it goes.
Okay, here we go.
What?
Go, Scott. Oh man,
Yep.
that was a good day at Paradise Beach.
Yes,
I
it
tell
was.
Oh
And that-
my gosh. Thank you everybody for whatever super chats came my way. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm gonna use that video. I'm gonna work on the super chat thing. You know, thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you everybody. So salute.
That Paradise Beach vlog is closer to YouTube than we think. It's about 7 minutes out, then it's got to process.
Mm.
And the rest.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's
Eddie,
right.
Eddie definitely, Eddie definitely did
did the most with that one.
He definitely did for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the one with you in the swimming pool too.
Oh, okay. Cruise Nuts has something to say. Jennifer, I have a GoPro 360 I use. Let me see.
And you know who else got one? Cruising on the High Seas and Travel.
And
He
Travel.
bought it, remember?
Oh no, he bought an
Travel.
Insta. He bought an Insta.
Okay.
Yeah. An
No,
Insta.
listen, I mean, yeah, that the one I have, the latest one, the X3, the Insta 360 X3, it's a great camera. It's amazing. It is waterproof. You can take it underwater and stuff like that too. And you can set it up to shoot from just one camera, right? So quick setting in the app, and it'll only shoot from one camera, and then you'll get like normal kind of action
Right.
camera footage. It's just kind of like, I don't know why you would buy a 360 camera for normal action. You would just buy an action, like you would buy like a GoPro or a DJI action. It's just that when you want to do that 360 video, you're just not gonna be able to get a 16:9 360 video that looks like anything anybody would want to watch.
Salty Beach Traveler has bid it in. What's up?
Yes.
Good evening.
Hi. Hello, Dennis and Carrie. Very nice to have you here tonight.
Oh, okay. And Cruise Nuts answered. They said, I personally love it, but it takes some patience on editing. Yeah, see, that's what we mean. The keyframing is not going to be there. And also, you're going to notice a fisheye type of filter over your video at all times. And I don't know if that's what you're looking for. But it's going to skew the image, to say the very least, because it's a bent. It's a weird shaped lens, if you will.
Right.
That's made for 360 mainly.
So I wanted to say this to the Salty Beach Traveler. I've been terrible at following your channel, right? But I still they were on the Maravilla 3-day Maravilla cruise with me, where it took 5 hours to get on and 5 hours to get off in Port Canaveral. This was like a couple of years ago, and and they did a great follow-up video to that to kind of explain sort of kind of the stuff that was going on with that. And I was really optimistic that would not be the experience at Terminal 10 in Port Canaveral. However, the following year, I went back there for another 3-day, but it was on Seaview, and it was nearly the same situation, same kind of scenario. And I really chalked that up to the independent contractor that MSC or Port Canaveral has contracted to run Terminal 10. I think those people are terrible at what they do. And unfortunately, every MSC sailing that goes out of there is subject to that horrible experience. Nearly everyone that goes out of there is subject to that. And it's, it's unfortunate. And I really wish they would just nix that company and get a company in there that is better at doing something that they're supposed to be good at doing.
Right.
Yep. All right. And yeah, there's a conversation going on about how to manage the cameras. I love it. Thank you guys so much for answering those questions and making the clarifications.
And listen, for me, I always want to be able to, I'm always so optimistic about all this. I want to be able to use this camera and that camera and everything else. And at the end of the day, every single time, no matter how much effort I put into wanting to use all of these cameras that I end up dropping a bunch of money on, at the end of the day, this is the thing that I end up using. This is the thing that I end up doing my vlogs on. Now, this is the Galaxy S24 Ultra. I just got it like last week. I'm really excited. It's got a way better camera than the 23 Ultra that I had before that. It's got a nice flat screen. And there's some camera enhancements coming too through a firmware update that Samsung's supposed to be releasing this month. But in any event, at the end of the day, this is a thing that's always in my pocket. And so therefore, this is the thing that I always end up recording on. Mm-hmm. So if that's any indication, I mean, everybody is different. But for me, as much as I want to try to use all these other cameras that I end up wasting money on, at the end of the day, I end up not using them, and they either sit here and collect dust, or they disappear someday, one day, and they end up somewhere else being used by somebody else.
Wow. And hey, there's another
super sticker.
Yes, from you.
And you.
Thank you.
And you, and you, and you.
That's right.
And also, Master Real got one for that video from Midlife.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I promise I'm going to develop some type of super chat video from that video, and I will play it for you midlife.
Yes. That is on the way.
So I see here too that Salty Beach Traveler said that they are on the seashore on the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. I just got off Maravilla again, but from New York. We were in the yacht club this time. It was definitely bougie. We loved it so much that we will be on the seashore again in October of this year, also in the yacht club.
Away from the Gen Pop.
Yes, away from the Gen Pop. Oh my gosh, my wife is never going to live that statement down. For sure.
It's like being in jail, away from the general population.
So, and listen, and I totally got profiled by a crew member. And listen, I love the crew, and I really, and so there's a really fine line between the crew just trying to do their job, and the crew, although they're hardworking and everything else. They're no different than any other human. Some of them can just be a-holes, right? And that's just the way it is. And I got profiled by a crew member that, in my opinion, is an a-hole. And he followed me around, made a big, huge stink about it or whatever, demanded that I show him some proof that I belonged in the yacht club. And my response was, I'm not doing it. So call security, do whatever you have to do. But I don't know why it is that you think that out of all the people that are here in the yacht club that you can see that you feel like I don't belong here and that I'm the one that you want to single out and make them prove. I was like, but however, if you're willing to go around and ask everybody else within my, visual spectrum to prove that they belong here, then I'd be willing to pull my card out and show you that I do too. But I was like, I bet you're not willing to do that. And of course he wasn't. So it was a big, huge thing. And I probably made a bigger deal out of it than it should have been. But at the end of the day, I totally got profiled for some reason not looking like I belonged in the yacht club. Right. So my wife came up with this term Gen Pop, right? And so the guy basically said I snuck over from Gen Pop, right? But it was cool because at the end of the day, I got to actually meet the president of the yacht club for that ship. Every ship apparently has like a president of the yacht club. And I got to meet with him. He's a really great guy. His name's Hugh. And I talked with him and he was, and he apologized profusely and everything else. And he sent some crap to my room for me and stuff like that. But it was really great. And so just be careful when you're in yacht club, if you're ever in yacht club, because if you're not dressed to the nines, you may look like you don't belong there.
Mm,
Yep.
that's horrible.
Yeah.
It must be the glasses.
That's horrible.
No, it was probably the hoodie. You look like Slim Scotty.
No, seriously, it was freezing cold, right? It was during that big storm that caused all the problems in the Caribbean, caused the problems in Grand Cayman and everything else. It was, it was no different on Maravilla. We were sailing down from New York. I definitely had a hoodie on. I had a camera. I was walking around recording it. I guess that's not something that people in the yacht club typically do. They don't typically go around and recording, because, whatever, right? Because they've all got their pinkies up in the air doing things other than recording. It is.
We got two more in the chat. Denny D, the spectacular supporter, has made it in. What's up?
What's up?
And we also got Cruz and Koozies have made it up in the house. Hello,
Hey.
welcome in.
Hey, cookies.
Yep. And
How y'all doing?
Jennifer says, yes, thank you. I want to make sure we practice for our 4-hour cruise in 38 days.
Okay, so in 38
Ooh.
days, Jennifer, you or Andrew have to do this. And the other one has to record it.
Yep.
I love it. We had such a good time. We had such a good time.
It was truly
Oh my
an
God.
amazing day. And
It
you
was-
know what? I think it's terrible that we have to wait till October till we're all back together again.
Yes.
And
My
we're not,
cheeks can't stand it.
and we're
I
not
have
going
to
to,
wait.
we're not going to Cozumel, so we got to find somewhere that we can go.
Yes. Like now listen now my wife and I are fortunate enough, we're very excited to be able to get together with Eddie and Alice
Mhm,
in
mhm,
June
mhm,
on the Celebrity Eclipse,
Right.
going to Bermuda.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
But just saying, you guys, right? I'll pick you up at LaGuardia.
And Cruise Nut says, Scott, I'll dance like that with you on the 2.0 booze cruise.
Oh, it's gonna.
That-
yes.
Okay, that's a date.
That takes the paradise. Okay, let me tell you the formula. That takes meeting us in Paradise Beach and waiting until Scott has one pitcher of sangria minus one glass, because I took a glass. Okay, I took one of his cups of sangria and saved his liver a couple of years. Okay, you're welcome. And yes, wait until that
With a lot of
happens.
fruit.
Yeah, with a lot of fruit in it, and then the dance can happen. That's when.
Remember, we're not going to Cozumel.
Right, that's just it. We're
I
not
know.
going to Cozumel in
I
2.0.
know.
So here's the deal, right?
Oh, snap.
So what we do,
You got another super sticker.
Do
Super
it.
chat.
Do it.
Do it.
You got to do it again.
oh, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Hi, boy. Hey, hi, boy. Let's go.
That is
Thank
too
you
cute.
very
Thanks,
much. Thank
That is
you,
too
Kathy.
cute.
That's
That's what it
greatly appreciated. Thank you very, very much.
Yep.
So, but listen, there's definitely an opportunity in our other 3 ports, Cruise Nuts, for us to.
Kathy will
nothing.
get to
Hey,
see
guess
you
what?
live.
I am positive that there is several people who will definitely have cameras poised and ready to go.
On 2.0,
Oh, too
guaranteed on 2.0. So we got to find either somewhere on the ship or somewhere out and about at one of these. Danny D, who has been a member for 5 months, says, shake it, butter toast Scott.
I know that's
Let's
right.
get it on.
That is too cute.
Yes.
I mean, he is too cute doing that dance. I tell you.
Seriously, we had such a great time that day. I mean,
It was
just
the best.
an amazing
Yeah.
day, really spectacular day, and I was really sad to see it end. And of course, my co-hosts, they all left early and left me there by myself.
Yep.
But,
Yeah.
you know,
We didn't want to be a peer runner.
I met up with him later back on the ship.
Yeah.
Luckily, the celebration and the Prima were together in a particular port, so I was able to get off of that ship and over. I'm sorry, the Jubilee.
Yeah,
off
the Jubilee.
and
Right,
over
right.
to the Prima to join my co-hosts, who ended up not telling me.
You got another one.
Oh my gosh! All right, here we go. All
Let's
right,
get it.
here we go.
No, hey, next time play the other one.
All right, I gotta grab the other one.
I sent you two.
Oh my God.
Oh, believe
Why,
me,
boy? Yeah.
we got more dancing footage. We got Miss Alice Lugo Studios, and if I was hosting right now, we could show her dancing
That's right.
as well as
It's
Scott
great of you.
in the pool, dancing in the pool. Now, I am currently uploading a video, and it's processing right now, but the SD version of it may be up already. It's our day in Cozumel, and over on Jeremy and Cheryl Cruz Adventures. But yeah, just hold on. Maybe after the show, go and check it out. It shows Scott's other.
Okay, so listen, the other one you sent me is the same video, only it doesn't have the dubbed sound on it. It just has the original sound. So you did not send me the other one.
Oh no, I didn't send the edited version.
No, you
Wait a
sent
minute.
me. Obviously, I just played the edited one, right? But the other one that you did, you sent me basically Eddie's video, but without the music you put on it.
Oh,
Without
wait,
just-
okay. Hold on. Let me see about this one. Oh, the selected file is too large. My goodness.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here's untitled.mp4.
Here, if you share it out, I'll play it.
Okay,
If
hold
you
on.
share it out, I'll play it.
See, I hope it didn't have the copy written, but you got another one coming with you inside the pool, good sir.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
And you all will like the one.
Oh
with him
my
in the
God.
pool.
What is this, Eddie?
I don't know.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
that's
see
crazy.
it. Let's see it. Share it, Eddie. Share it, Eddie.
No.
Share it, Eddie. Share it.
Oh, let's send it to me. Said, here, show Cheryl. I'm like, no, I'm gonna send it to them.
Hang on. I'll download it and share it. Oh my God, this is so gross. That is why, Eddie.
That's like
What our ex coworker from New York posted it.
Facebook share. Okay, go ahead, Scott.
Oh, here he is, guys. Y'all look.
Yep. He
And
was
we
big
were-
chilling.
We were getting ready to go back to the ship, and we were waiting for him, and he jumped in the pool.
Yep.
And I'm not going anywhere. I'm
Yeah.
saying.
He wasn't going anywhere. He stayed.
Yep. He did. But oh my God, that is so foul.
You know, listen, when I was laying on that thing like the lizard that I am, soaking in all the sun because I knew that when it, that was our last port, and it was going to be cold after that, right?
Mm.
And this guy walked by, and he was like, and I had my hand on the side so that I wasn't floating aimlessly all over the pool, right?
Right.
He walked by and he was like hammered, right? And I literally almost jumped up off the floaty, like ready to throw down with him. I was like, I'm not hammered, man. I'm just enjoying the weather.
Yep.
Mm.
And Eddie wanted me or somebody wants me to share this. I put it up in the backstage. I don't know why Eddie shared this with us, but there goes. That's gross.
Mm.
It is kind of gross.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's gross. New York City, frozen rats.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, there's somebody here on the panel that loves rats.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
And my Miami iguanas.
No, I don't like nothing like that. Oh my God.
That's
and I
terrible.
will not get on a subway
That's
if
gross.
you paid me. Oh my God.
But seriously though, right? So like Norwegian Prima, an absolutely fantastic, incredible ship. Of course,
Yes.
we've talked about this on our morning show.
Yes.
Just absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
You know, ships, a lot of ships have a lot of things about them that people enjoy both in the afternoon and the evening.
Right.
You know, most people aren't really going too much in the morning. But at the end of the day, I think there are two things that really make a cruise other than the ports. And I think that is the food and the entertainment.
Mhm.
And Prima was hands down the
Yes.
best that I have experienced on both. Now, the shows on Royal Caribbean are really pretty spectacular. And Carnival has really nailed it with this Celestial Strings. But Prima really just hands down all the way across the board
Mhm.
nailed every single show and every single meal to the degree that I cannot even express it in a way that would adequately describe it. I mean, just
Right.
an absolute great, amazing. Now, whether or not that was just a fluke and it was just that sailing, or that if it's consistent across all sailings on that ship, truly an amazing experience. And I'm going to find out firsthand in just 1 week when I get on the NCL Getaway for a 10-day cruise from New York City. We're going to be going to Bermuda, St. Martin, Tartula, as well as Puerto Plata in DR. So I'm going to get 10 days on that ship. Now, it's obviously a different class ship and a different experience. And I'm going to be paying particular attention to the service, to the food, to the entertainment,
Right.
to try to compare those across the line. And I'm really hoping that I have a very similar experience than I did on Prima, because hands down, absolutely fantastic cruise. If you have an opportunity to head to Galveston or wherever Prima might be, jump on it. You will not regret it.
Yeah, and the way that I would put it into words is different but better in every way. From a Carnival standpoint, if you're a Carnival cruiser, okay, which we are, you know, I've only sailed Carnival and now NCL for the first time, and even XL, even on the XL ships, Norwegian Prima is different but better in everything. You know,
the ports that you go to.
Yeah. Oh, Jennifer has a question. When are you going on those ports? We are going to Tortola and Puerto Plata and NCL Encore week of March 24th.
Oh, well, I'm getting on NCL Getaway from New York City on the 26th, sailing to the 7th. It's a 10-day cruise. So unfortunately not at
the same times. Yeah.
Sailing. So
yep. Cruising on the High Season Travel says it's just the newer ships, Scott. The older ones are better and have better shows. So yeah, I do agree about the shows. The shows need a bump up on the Prima class. They really do, because the only shows that I saw were the Motown show, which was a cover band, you know, and it was a great cover band. You know, they knew how to jump genres of music and still keep the party going. I mean, they got Alice up and dancing, you know, so it was good. Their presentation. However, if you're looking for the high wire acts and stuff that you see on Excel, you're not going to get it, or on Royal Caribbean. Now, they might have good theatrical performances, and Eddie could cover this on the NCL side, like on the Escape and the Getaway and the Breakaway and, you know, things like that. How does the entertainment stack up versus the Prima?
There are usually 2 or 3 more shows differently. It all depends. We've seen Jersey Boys. We've seen Burn the Floor. It was a full hour show on the Bloggers Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent cruise. I mean, show. Jersey Boys. Even though I'm not a theater kind of guy going, Alice is. She likes going to the Broadway shows. I mean, all the cursing and all the stuff in there in that show, it made me feel like I was back in New York. So it was pretty good to me. The Donna show was more of history. Donna Summers, her biography. So it was a little bit more mellow. But yeah, they are different shows depending on the ship that you're in. There's a show called Six that me and Alice did not care too much for it.
Mm-hmm.
And but the Burn the Floor, if I ever see it in another cruise, I want to go in it. It all depends. You know, they do change once in a while. I'll tell you that in the Getaway, you should get O'Sheehan's. I like O'Sheehan's more than I like the local. Don't get me wrong. I love the local because, you know, place that is open, 21 hours a day. But O'Sheehan's, it was more of a bar feel to it than the local, and the Prima is more like it looked more like a luxury kind of bar entrance kind of place.
I agree. So, like, I've watched videos. I've been watching some videos of Getaway, just, you know, like anybody else, to be familiar with it.
Yeah.
And I agree. Like, the videos that I see, O'Sheehan's does look more like that versus what the local look like. The local look more like a normal dining venue,
Yes.
versus a bar that served food.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Right. And the bar side really did look like a simple bar with not a whole lot of tables. But those little swing chairs look kind of cool. Me and Hannah got into them one day. But if you were to order food, there's not a whole lot of room to set your food down if you were to do it from there, because the little bitty circle tables, I mean, they were only this big in that area. I don't know where you would put food on there. Cruising on the High Season Travel says, I'm inches from placing a new booking on the Bliss for next March.
Okay.
A message from the Government of Canada.
That's right. Jennifer says, okay, yes, we'll be in Puerto Plata on March 26th and Tortola March 28th.
Okay.
And let's see. Kathy Mills says, love Burn the Floor on Epic.
Mm.
I'm telling you, excellent show.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So, for as much as I've cruised, as many of the ships that I've cruised when I'm on these ships, like for instance, Maravilla, I've been on it 6 times now, right? I don't even go to the shows anymore because they're the same. I've seen them a million times.
Right.
So, so I am looking forward to the shows on Getaway, and I cannot wait to. I'm going to go to every single one of them and check them out, and I'm really, really optimistic about them. So
Cool. Hey, Eddie, I know that, first of all, hello, Ross. Thank you for checking in. Orange Cone Vlog has
And
made
hey,
it
Wendy.
back. And hey, Wendy, yeah, what's up? Eddie, where are we going today? I know that you have a port in mind.
Oh, yes.
Where we headed?
We're going to go to Bora Bora.
Oh,
Yeah, baby.
that sounds
Where did we see
spicy.
that from?
But here we go. Bora Bora. It's an island group in the Leeward Islands in the South Pacific. The Leeward Islands comprise of the western part of the Society Islands of French Polynesia, which is an overseas collectivity of the French Republic of the Pacific Ocean. Bora Bora has a total land area of 12 square miles. The main island, located about 230 kilometers northwest of Papeete, is surrounded by a lagoon and a barrier reef. In the center of the island are the remnants on an extinct volcano rising at two peaks, Mount Pahia and Mount Otemanu. The highest point is at 727 meters. Bora Bora is part of the commune of Bora Bora, which also includes a toll to pay. The main language spoken in Bora Bora are Tahitian and French. However, due to the high tourist population, many native of Bora Bora have learned to speak English. English for those that know. In ancient times, the island was called Pora Pora Meitei Pora, meaning created by the gods. This island was inhabited by Polynesian settlers around the 3rd century. The first European signings was made by Jacob Roggeveen in 1722. During World War II, the United States chose Bora Bora as a South Pacific military supply base and constructed an oil depot, an airstrip, a seaplane base, and defensive fortifications. The expedition, known as Operation Bobcat, comprised 9 ships, 18,000 long tons, short tons, and 20,000 of equipment, and nearly 7,000 soldiers. So this is a big island, no matter what. It is located on the so-called Society Islands, which are part of the French Polynesia, and it's located northwest of the Tahiti, about 162 miles northwest of Papeete. It's among the Bora Bora is among the smaller of the islands of the Society Archipelago. The climate here has a tropical monsoon climate. Temperatures are relatively consistent throughout the year, with hot days and warm nights. The dry season lasts from June to October, but there is some precipitation even during those months. The island's economy is driven almost entirely by tourism. Several resorts have been built on the motu surrounding the lagoon. Hotel Bora Bora opened in 1961, and 9 years later, the first overwater bungalows on stilts over the lagoon were built. Today, overwater bungalows are a standard feature of most Bora Bora resorts. The bungalows range from relatively inexpensive, basic accommodations to luxurious and expensive ones. Most of the tourist destinations are sea-oriented. However, there are also tourist attractions on land, such as World War II cannons. Air Tahiti operates 5 or 6 flights daily between Tahiti and the Bora Bora airport on Motu, as well as occasional flights to and from other islands. There is no public transport on the island, so rental cars and bicycles are the recommended means of transport. In addition, there are small 2-seater buggies for hire in Baitape, and motorboats can be rented to explore the lagoon. Baitape is a village on the west side of the island and is home to a large part of the island's population. The village has also become a popular spot for tourism. Snorkeling and scuba diving in and around Bora Bora's lagoon are popular activities for you cruise nuts. Many species of sharks and rays inhabit the surrounding waters, and a few dive operators on the island offer manta ray dives and shark feeding drives. No, thank you. Species of shark living in the island lagoon are not considered dangerous to people. So they say.
Believe it.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. So the place of interest, the main attraction of Bora Bora is the lagoon, which is still intact underwater world. Using glass bottom boats, diving and snorkeling tourists can explore the reef with thousands of colorful coral fish. In the deep lagoon, tourists can feed barracudas and sharks during guided diving tours. No, thank you. An attraction for divers is the Stingray Strait, an area of the lagoon where several species of stingrays are found in large schools, including numerous manta rays and leopard rays. Yes, indeed.
Okay, sounds like
a fun day there. So
sounds like a lot of things that can bite you.
Or eat you.
Let's go. I'm ready. Cruising on the High Season Travel says, Eddie, let us know when you're going to hit Vancouver, Quebec City, and Montreal. And
all right, very good.
Yep, the Bud Files have made it in. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, buds.
The Cruise Nut says, go to the St. Regis Resort in Bora Bora. I know they do a lot of hotels and stuff. Oh, snap. Your friend of mine, Rob at Cruise Brothers, has made it in. Good evening.
And travel.
Mm-hmm.
And travel.
Sure. Cruise Nut says sharks are just water puppies, not to be feared.
No, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, well,
I do not care for that.
I don't do it
Yeah.
unless you're gonna swim with them. Are you?
No.
I just thought you might swim with them.
No.
To show me that they're easy going.
No. I don't know that. I don't know them animals like that.
Mm,
No, I do not. I know they got something that'll sting you or bite you.
mm.
I will have to go in there with those suits that have the metal outside the chain linked to it.
Either
And,
that or a pair of
we'll have
waders. Waders would do the trick, but they would punch holes in the waders trying to get to me.
or in a couple of harpoons with me just in case.
Mm.
First one I see, I'm gonna pop it.
Oh wow!
I don't care about the tell you, oh, they're friendly. Come over.
I could.
We haven't shark tonight.
I think I might watch
Shark steak would be awesome.
Tastes like chicken.
Oh yeah, I've had it before. It's awesome. Some fried shark steak straight from the Gulf.
Oh my,
I've had that. It's really good.
yum yum.
Where can we find? Wait, you're muted, Scott.
I know. Shark is too fishy.
Shark is good eating.
Shark is too fishy. Like, take a couple bites, you're like, oh, this is pretty good, right? And then it starts to get too fishy on you.
Yeah.
And it's a funny thing we're talking about this because Popeyes now has the flounder fish sandwich. And I went and picked up one last night, and guess who was ready to go get another one this morning?
Me.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.
That's right, because it is good. And I asked her why she liked it over the other place that we normally get it. And she says, because it actually smells fishy. So, it actually tastes like and smells like fish.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my God, you're killing me, woman. Hiya.
I like that fish smell.
just poke the shark in the eye. Yeah, there we go. Salty Beach Traveler. They
Yeah,
got
that's
the
what they
plan
say.
right here.
Or your nose, or their nose, right? And
Yeah, like their
My
nose
aim-
is very sensitive.
My aim would be off.
Although
Cruise
I don't know if hitting a shark in the nose is necessarily enough to get it to stop trying to kill you.
right.
You gotta grab, hold them by the nose and push them back, or
Oh,
push them
no.
away from you.
No. You're in their territory.
Mhm.
They run
I
things.
don't even mess.
And Cruise Nut says mackerel is too fishy.
No,
Yeah.
if mackerel is like kingfish, I like it. I used to get it fried. My mom used to make it a lot in Puerto Rico when we were growing up. It does have some nice bones on.
Oh, yeah.
These
Yeah.
things are very long, but I loved it. I enjoyed it with white rice
Rob.
and beans to it.
Rob, this is what Scott uses for the sounds and the news clips and the video things and the slideshows that he uses during the show. It's called a Stream Deck. It hooks in USB into your computer and it runs through a piece of software called Voice Mod. Yeah, it just pushes buttons and it.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.
Do you ever stop to think that maybe you're being mean?
Mm.
Yep. So that's what a Stream Deck can do. If you use
Now, listen, a Stream Deck can do way more than sounds, right?
right.
So the great thing about a Stream Deck is literally like you could execute 10 different things on your screen. You could have like a sound and some stuff come up on the screen and a scene switch and this and that and everything else, all by literally pushing a single button on your Stream Deck. Stream Deck is extremely versatile. You can literally automate an entire production, make it seem like there's 100 people behind the scenes all doing things. You just have to take the time to set it up. You have
Right.
to have the knowledge on how to set it up. It's pretty easy to do. You just have to take the time to set it all, to figure it all out, set it all up. I use it mainly for sounds, although to trigger the news intro and some of the photos or videos that I show during the morning show, I use it to do that. Depends how much time I have and how much motivation I have to sit and set it all up. It's not hard. It's not complicated. It's just time consuming. But a Stream Deck is an extremely versatile and, in my opinion, a necessary piece of equipment if you are going to stream. And I highly recommend it.
Yep.
So.
And let's see. Emily says the only fish that I will eat is crab meat.
Oh, I love crab meat.
Crab
Oh
meat
my
is
God.
awesome.
We got this restaurant down here, Crab Cakes. Oh
Mhm.
my God. Oh,
They're good.
awesome.
And Cruise Nut says grouper, snapper, snook, or hogfish.
I've not had any of that.
Snapper.
Yeah, I would say none of the above.
Yeah,
yeah.
me too, Scott.
What about Brazilian? Wait, what was it? Belizean catfish.
No.
Mm-mm.
There's nothing you can say to me. I haven't said 6 inches from the mirror.
No.
I thought that would have at least got us an FBI knock at the door, man.
Oh, here you go.
There we go.
Mm.
And yes, that is just one of the things that a Stream Deck can do for your live stream. As I
Everyone is murdering these folks. What do you think? Tacos? Yeah, tacos.
sounds good.
Sure
I used
does.
to do tilapia a long time ago, and then I stopped.
Yeah.
Me too, Eddie. I stopped. Tilapia, I stopped.
Yep.
Once I found out it's humanly raised, humanly created and raised. I said, nope, not anymore.
I need a drink.
Yeah,
And also,
right.
if you have smart lights in your house, it could probably, switch your lighting behind you.
Yes. Yes, it'll do all that. I can turn the lights on and off. I can change scenes. Really, the sky is the limit.
Right.
I will. Let me see if I can bring this up here real quick. I'm not sure if I can share that window or not. Yeah, so here you go. So this is my window. So as you can see here, lots of different, and these are just the plugins I have. There's like endless plugins that I can have. So for instance, like when I run slideshows in the morning of different images and stuff like that, I'm using things here in the multi-action. When for sound deck stuff, I'm using here under Voice Mod. It's a software I use. It's a license I had to purchase or whatever. I'm using soundboards here. So everything you see here on my soundboard is a soundboard option. So for OBS, I use OBS to run a lot of my stream stuff. So here under OBS, as you can see, it's very extensive. I can run filters and scenes and just all kinds of stuff. I mean, lots and lots and lots of different things. It's very, very extensive. Now the equipment is expensive. This is the largest one they have. This is the Stream Deck XL. It's about $250 for that. The one I travel with is the medium size one. I think I paid about $150 for that one. That's the one I travel with. One of the things I have set up here on my Stream Deck, as you can see, I have 32 places here. And you'd think that would be enough, but it isn't. So then I've set this corner button up here to allow me to go to the next screen. And I have some over there on that screen as well. And when I push it, it brings me back. And I also have that same thing set up on my travel one. I go to that second screen sometimes to play the preacher that says, "Oh my God," right. So, because I don't play that very often, so I don't take up real estate on my primary screen for that. On my primary screen, I always make sure that I have my favorite sound effect on here, which is
Texas.
That's right, baby.
So no matter what screen I'm on.
Speaking of which, Emily says I have to ask my uncle about the crab cakes now that he is down there in
Texas.
That's right.
But you can do lots and lots of stuff with the Stream Deck. Like I said, you can automate your entire production with it. most of you don't know this. I'm going to reveal this now. This space back here, right here, is eventually going to be a second studio. I'm going to have to remove the, unfortunately, the homage to the early days of the Mustard Drill.
Nope, that's
that will be
just
in the background. I'll have to
switch
switch
to
it
the left
somewhere.
side, yeah.
But in any event, I'm going to set up a second studio over here, and I'm going to be doing a podcast. It's probably not going to be a daily podcast, but it's going to be at least a weekly podcast, if not a couple of days a week. It's going to be about something completely different. It's not going to be about traveling or cruising or anything else. But I will be relying heavily on the Stream Deck, not so much for sounds, but for transitions and scene changes and things like that. But that is going to be coming. It's still in extreme development. It's not coming anytime soon, but definitely within this year. It just really depends on my motivation and things like that. So I'm developing it as I am also developing the hardware, but there'll be a second desk back here with all of the equipment that I need to run that podcast. It probably won't be live. It'll probably be pre-recorded, but it'll be a regular podcast coming from a completely different channel that I don't even know what the name of that channel is going to be yet. That's how infinite it is. But yeah, stay tuned. So
Yep,
Stay tuned.
that'll work. Question about about the podcast. Are you doing the podcast solo or with Eddie and Jeremy?
no, the podcast will be solo, and just to kind of like I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be about. And we'll see how it all kind of shakes out. I'm pretty sure what it's going to be about. And so we'll see how it's all going to work out. But it's going to be about something completely different. For those of you who don't know, I spent 30 years working in politics. So I know a lot about politics, a lot about the inner workings of government. And it might be about that, although it seems a little bit boring and I'm not 100% sure I want to do about that yet. So I'm still brainstorming on it. However, it is definitely happening regardless of what it ends up being. And, and like everything else that I do, I don't try. A lot of people would shamelessly use one platform to promote another, and I'm not like that. So as you notice, other than mentioning to people that I am a travel agent, I never plug my business. I never plug this or that or anything else. I'm just not that kind of person. And I will not be plugging the new channel or the new podcast on this platform or on the morning platform. And probably not on my long form content on the Mustard Drill either. But otherwise, I'm sure it'll be out there for you to search on YouTube and find when it actually gets up and running.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that will work. All right. Well, yeah, I think overall, we all fell in love with Norwegian Prima. Just to close out what we were talking about. And I know that we all love Paradise Beach. Man, I want to go back. I really do. I want to have some more grape juice with fruit. And some more mahi tacos. Okay, listen, if the main draw for me is not just the shade on the beach, because on the beach as well as up there by the pool, there's plenty of shade. So you don't have to go far to hide from the sun. There's a lot of things for you to do at Paradise Beach, but also there's that perfect mix of drinks and food and fun
And sleep.
and sleep too. Yeah, baby fell asleep right there on the lounger. I mean,
Under the umbrella.
she truly had a really good day
I did.
in Paradise Beach, and you can have a whole lot of fun out there. All inclusives are awesome.
Mm-hmm. What did he say?
I think the Mustard Joe podcast would. He's talking about the podcast.
Yeah, it's not going to be the Mustard Joe.
Oh, that first lady has made it into the chat. Hello, Elizabeth has made it.
Oh gosh, look at
What's
this!
going
Look, I
on?
have it on there. I have it on this
Good.
on the stream deck.
Yeah, baby. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Not the same.
I like that one.
So my wife and her mother went to Lancaster, Pennsylvania today, Pennsylvania Dutch country, to see a dinner theater show. I'm not sure what it was all about. Lancaster's about 45 minutes away. They went there to see it at a place called, there's multiple theaters in Lancaster. One is the Dutch Apple Theater. That's where they went. There's also the American Music Theater. And my favorite, there's only 2 theaters in the world like this. One is in Branson, Missouri, and the other is in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And it's called Sight and Sound.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah, hey, put him in solo. There she is. That's my baby right there.
Oh.
Sleep.
and that's what she did the majority of the time at Paradise Beach. So the majority of the time at Paradise Beach, that's what Cheryl did.
Of grape juice with
Yeah, 1 glass of sangria.
with fruit
Yep.
that I had. It just put me to sleep.
Okay, listen, Cruise Nuts. Oh, wait, first Elizabeth said Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap.
Oh my God, I
That's right.
love Agatha Christie,
Yeah.
don't I?
Yeah,
I
so
love
that's
everything.
the
I
one
love
I want to see tonight.
Perot, all
Wait,
of it.
Cruise Nuts. Who here is going on the inaugural sailing on the Embassy Seascape out of Galveston? And what is that date again? It is November
November the
9th, 2025 on the Seascape.
basically 100 years from now.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
But that is the first ship smoking out of
we got
Galveston.
another one.
That's probably Alice too.
Alice was on the
Alice
next
was
one.
yeah, she was close by, but both of
Yes.
y'all were back there passed
Yeah, there
out.
was only a chair in between the two.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Alice was in full
Yeah.
sun. I know she was out there.
So
cooking.
Alice was back there. I remember watching. So if you watch this, wait, I don't have that one. But if you watch the one video, right, of me doing the whole getting down at Paradise Beach, you will see Cheryl slept through it, but Alice was at least interested in enough that she shielded her eyes.
Right, right.
Ah,
And the Cruising on the High Seas and Travel says, would you ever do Mr. Sancho's, Jeremy and Eddie? I know that based off of what I've heard, no, I would not do Mr. Sancho's.
my daughter capsized on a banana boat.
Yeah, and plus I heard it was a little more wild than Paradise Beach. And for what I see, Paradise Beach
It's nice.
is nice. It's very awesome. We've had 2 wonderful experiences there. I wouldn't change it for the world. You know, even as
Not
much
at
as
all.
Scott talks about Maya Chan, you know, and how rustic it is, and you know, stuff like that. Paradise Beach is like the Galleria, from what I understand, compared to Maya Chan. Now, I would go to Maya Chan because you know I don't have I'm not that pinky out guy. I'm not the yacht club guy. Okay, I can deal with rustic. The only thing is, you know, Paradise Beach is the Cadillac
Has
of.
spoiled me.
It is.
Yeah.
So, and don't get me wrong, when I
Good
say
place.
Maya Chan is rustic, I don't mean like in the extreme sense.
Right.
I just mean in comparison to a place like Paradise Beach. But
Right.
look, let's take it a step further. Most of the time that I've gone to Cozumel, I've gone to a place called Nachi Cacom, which is on the other side of Mr. Sancho's.
Right.
It borders Mr. Sancho's. And Nachi Cacom is very rustic, compared to Paradise Beach. And at first I wasn't sure if I would like Paradise Beach because it just kind of struck me as this, you know, kind of commercialized location, but it's definitely a great place to go. Even though it's way more crowded than a place like Nachi or Maya Chan is, there has never been a time that I've been to Paradise Beach that I have felt like it was too crowded or that I would, you know, that everything was closed in or that it was too rowdy or that there wasn't enough room for me. It is still an amazing place to go. I will be going back there again in October of this year when I go back on the seashore. So I definitely will keep going back to. I've gone to Nachi Kokom since 2009, and unfortunately, the last time I was at Nachi Kokom, I had a personality conflict with the owner's son, and in my opinion, he's kind of yeah. And I'm just not going to give them my time or money anymore. And it won't matter because they won't miss me and there'll still be plenty of people to go there. And despite that experience, I would still say that Nachi Kokom is a nice place and a great place to go. But I really love Paradise Beach.
Paradise Beach has it all. It really does.
Well, we're going back next January, next year. We're gonna hit Cozumel again, and Alice already put me down and says, "Listen, we're going back to Paradise
Beach." That's right. You got to go.
Yeah,
you really have to try it.
You never know. Like the mushroom drill might crash that entire experience with something like this.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. Will G is booked on November 9th, 2025.
So we're going to all be together.
And Cruise Nuts. Guys, I think we're booked on that same cruise too.
Yeah.
So Emily, I'm not sure what she's saying here. I just switched to the Seascape out of Miami for the 2025 trip. Now we are on deck 15 forward. So that'll work. Yeah, Will G says, I don't think you can go wrong with either. I had a great time at both places. So, I mean, I love it. I love it. And Cruise Nut says, Rustic is cutting down your own coconut and drink.
right, exactly, right. So Maya Chan in Costa Maya and, you know, Nachi Kokom is obviously not that rustic where you're cutting down your own coconut.
Right.
But Nachi Kokom, very nice place, just smaller and limiting. Like I think they only allow 40 to 50 people in a day. So it's a smaller place and, you know, more intimate. Maya Chan way even less, although the last time I was in Maya Chan, which would have been the day before the I think it was the Celebration that got in there or whatever, or the Jubilee. I'm sorry, the Jubilee. One of those ships that got in. There was multiple ships in. There was 100 people at Maya Chan. I've been to Maya Chan many times. I've never seen anywhere close to 100 people. I can't even imagine Maya Chan with 100 people in it.
Yeah.
It must have been absolute sardines. But I'm sure that they still had a great time because the staff at Maya Chan are amazing, and you really cannot go wrong with going to Maya Chan. So,
and Cruising on the High Seas and Travel says what you need, Scott, is for Rob from Cruising on the High Seas and Travel to crash on you at Paradise Beach.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Yep. Cruise Nut says Nachi is 156 guests.
Yeah.
Oof. Yep. So anyway, guys, let's see who else has made it in.
I see that you've been putting a lot of vlogs.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that video.
Yep. And yes, our Prima video has just now dropped. If you guys would like to take the time to run over there to Jeremy and Cheryl Cruz Adventures, our complete day in Cozumel video just now dropped. So please take the time to do so. I believe that was our most fun day that we had on the cruise.
Anytime we ate dinner together.
Yeah, I know.
it
I mean,
was-
just the little gatherings at the local is what I really,
Yes.
really
I missed
loved. But our day in Paradise Beach was over the top. I mean,
Yeah.
it really was. We had an amazing day there.
that.
The weather was perfect. It was a little breezy. You know, I really loved it out there.
It was perfect. It was absolutely an amazing time, and it was a perfect
Amazing
day.
people.
It was absolutely a perfect day. It was incredible. The entire experience. Our waiter there, I think his name was Danny.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He
Sorry.
was really, really great. He took
Mhm.
really good care of us. He was
Yes, he
always
did.
he was always there when we needed him, but not so much that we felt like he was
Right.
pressuring us or anything else. It was really a perfect match. So
Yep. And Kathy Mills says Paradise Beach Club hosted the Vloggers Cruise and maxed out at 550 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I could see that. It
That's
holds
too many.
it holds a lot of people there.
It was that day was only for the bloggers cruise.
Yeah.
I didn't make it that day because I thought it would be too
Too
crazy.
many.
Oh yeah,
I
it
didn't
did
go.
get nuts.
Yeah.
We
It
stayed
did.
in Cozumel. It was very overcast and very humid. So
Right.
me and we only stayed on the port. I mean, I was sweating like crazy. It got very hot in there, and then we went back to the ship. The moment we got in the ship, the rain,
wow.
completely came down.
Yeah,
And then on the Glory, you guys went. We didn't make it, so we went in the pool on the
Right.
ship. And everything.
Right,
So
right.
We had the pool to ourselves. on
and
the ship.
also another thing about NCL that I wanted to cover, leaving Cozumel that day, we make it back to the ship, and now there's a MSC. I think the Seascape was there, so we got a chance to see our ship that's going to be home ported in Galveston, up close and personal. Hey, Mark the Shark, what
Hey
is
there.
Hey,
going
Ron.
How you
on, my
doing?
friend? Yes. Not only did we get a chance to see MSC really up close and personal, but we were handed with a pair of tongs a cold towel. Okay, it's little touches like that that makes Norwegian what they are.
yes.
You know, just little stuff. I was trying to tell Scott, it's the little stuff, the lit
Yeah.
closets,
Yes.
lit up closets, the silverware's already at the table with the condiments that you need. You know, they actually did Tabasco instead of Louisiana hot sauce. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so-
when I slid my closet door open and I had my lights off in the room,
Yeah.
the light, not only did the light come on in the closet,
Yes,
but it came on softly and
It did.
gradually.
it did. And there's a proximity sensor by that light. It turns off, but then it won't come on until you walk in front of it.
Yeah,
It had a proximity sensor on the closet light.
right.
And I'm like, man, this is thoughtful. It just
Yeah,
every little
was.
bitty thing
It
that I
was.
saw
It-
was better.
Yes, I agree. And even like over some of Royal's new ships,
Yeah.
some of the technology and some of the innovation on the Prima does not even exist
Mhm.
on the new Royal ships.
Yep.
I'm glad that's why you guys kept asking me about it. Say you have to experience it.
Yeah.
You definitely have to come in and experience it. And I'm glad
And
that we all did.
For many years, I wanted to try NCL, but my crew snob wife would not allow it, and my mother-in-law kept saying, "Oh, the food is terrible.
The
I
food
hear
is
it's
awesome."
it's a lot of like Norwegian pickled food and this and that and everything else." And I was like,
Whatever.
no, okay. So I finally got to do it, and as I show my wife more and more, she's she doesn't give it up easy, but I think she's willing to try it at some point. I think I won't have to twist her arm to get her on it, and I think after she experiences it, especially if it is the same experience that we had on our sailing. I still don't believe that she will look at me and say, okay. But I think she'll just kind of like try to play it off all slick and cool and everything and just say, yeah.
Oh, okay. That looks good.
My favorite dish.
Oof.
This was my. I wanted to eat a
one of
chicken.
the tapas?
No. This is like a cordon bleu.
Oh, okay.
With, mashed potatoes and green peas on it,
Mm.
and rolls of little rolls of bread.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I wanted to eat a second one that day.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, one night my co-hosts completely ignored me. They shut me out. Right? I think they got together in a restaurant and talked about me because my ears were ringing the whole time and everything.
Yep.
Right?
We did plenty of that.
Okay, whatever, guys. Right. And I went to the Indulge Food Hall, and I went to the Indian place, and I'll tell you, I had some really incredible Indian food.
Yep.
But more than how amazing that food was, that the crew member who waited on me, she was so friendly and so attentive, and she had this ear-to-ear smile, and it was so genuine. And I'm telling you, that really, not only did the food taste great, but then the service I got really brought it all together, and it was an incredible experience. And even though I was stuffed, I still wanted to stay and just hang out because she was so nice and so friendly, and the aromas and the food and the memory of what I had just eaten was really just spectacular.
Right.
Yep. The service was definitely there.
You can't.
Was the Indian food spicy?
No, it was just the right amount of every. I mean, I've had plenty of Indian food in my life. It's one of my favorite foods. I've had it where it was way too spicy, and I've had it where it just was not spicy enough and it was bland. That food was spot on. And even though I hadn't ordered it, she came over and said, "Would you like some of this?" And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "Would you like to try some of that?" And I was like, "Yeah." She just kept bringing me food. Like, I had this big, huge spread. It was so much food. Even with the wide angle lens on my phone, I still couldn't fit it all in the frame.
Yep.
And it was just a really great experience. So,
oh, snap. Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson has made it in the house.
Hey,
Hello.
Tiffany.
Hi.
Yeah.
And Cruz Nut says bad Indian food is like bad taco night. Not good.
Right.
Oof.
I don't try because I think it's spicy, so that's why I stay away from Indian food.
I mean, I think I had butter chicken that night. That's definitely not a spicy food. Sometimes the tandoor chicken can be a little bit on the spicy side, but not always. It just depends on where you're at. But I just had the butter chicken. That's definitely not spicy and just very flavorful.
That smell hits you whenever you enter the Indulge Food Hall.
Yeah, because it's the first one. It's the first station when you walk into Indulge on Prima. It's the very first, and it does hit you. You're right.
I came close to getting it, like really close, and I wasn't sure if it was the rice or what it was, and I didn't want to embarrass myself by asking, which one of those items smells like that. So it's like, because I wanted what I was smelling. I didn't want what I could be able to read or decipher from the menu. So I just never ordered it.
Yeah.
But I really did want that. It smelled like some chicken rice. Good. That's what it smelled like. I'm not sure.
I mean, you will find that most Indian dishes is a protein and some type of like sauce or, and served over rice. So of course it's like a basmati or like a jasmine rice. It's a longer grain rice, and it's definitely different than just your normal typical rice. It was just fantastic. I mean, everything was cooked perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I keep saying this, and I keep saying this on our morning show. I was absolutely impressed it's really for me, it's really about consistency, right?
Right.
Everybody can go on a cruise and find something they liked.
Yep.
But for you to just kind of open-mindedly jump full, both feet in and just try everything.
Yes.
And for there to not be a single thing that you said, this is terrible, I'm not eating this anymore or whatever.
One item.
No.
I got one item that I did send. I didn't send it back. I just pushed it away. And you know what that was? That was the gumbo. Because I
remember that. That was our first night. That was our first night. We went to Hudson's, and yes, I remember that.
Because it wasn't dark and it had no rice. Okay, that gumbo was supposed to be dark.
Right.
Instead, it was just like this flour water with some fish in it.
And I remember too at the
it wasn't good.
We were at the Commodore room.
Yep.
And I think you ordered the same thing I did. I ordered the shrimp and grits, right? Yep. And I remember you saying this is not grits. It's more like cheddar mashed potato.
Yeah, that's not. It reminded me, but it was good. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Good. So, like from Pennsylvania, I don't have a lot of experience with grits. But whatever the heck it was tasty.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Now, those were not classic grits, but I did eat that, and it was very good.
It was good. It was definitely good. And that shrimp was cooked perfectly, and it had the bacon wrapped around. I mean, everything was just absolutely fantastic. And I'll tell you, that 66 beer, too, was...
Yeah, that was good.
Best beer I have ever drank.
Yep. And Cruising on the High Season Travel says that's what I did on the Viva. Yeah, I mean, you dive headfirst into the food because you know everything's going to be good. And it's like, I will take an Indulge bacon cheeseburger over a Guy's Burger any day of the week.
Oh my gosh!
The only thing I missed on this cruise was not having a blue iguana to just walk up to and have them make me some tacos. That's the one thing that I did miss, an experience that I missed on this cruise. But I know that we're going back in October, so I'm, not boo-hooing about it at all by a long shot.
Right.
But believe me, every piece of food that we had, except for my gumbo, because I have a real expectation of gumbo, and that was not representative of gumbo at all.
Agreed.
Except for that, every single meal I absolutely fell in love with, and finished too.
Like I ordered the filet a couple of times, and although the filet was a small cut, it was very small. It was still perfect, and like as far as like what I wanted. And then getting off of that ship, and 2 days later getting on MSC Maravilla, but in the yacht club, right? I ordered a filet twice on MSC.
Right.
And in both instances, not only was it not cooked correctly, but it had about as much flavor as a piece of copier paper.
Oh, wow. Did they at least drown it in brown gravy like the other people did?
No.
I think you would have rather had the gravy on it.
Yeah, so it really was, like I looked at my wife and I was like, you know what? This is not a Prima steak.
No, man. But
Prima steak was good.
The Prima Steakhouse. I ordered at a ribeye on the last day.
Right.
I ordered a ribeye. $25. It was wonderful. We had dinner in Hudson's, but you could naturally order from the steakhouse in the MDR like you do on most cruise lines. And I did that, but the peppercorn sauce on the first steak really it persuaded me to take it off. Take the peppercorn sauce off. You don't need to add anything to a steak to make it taste good if you cook it right. So I just got a plain steak, and I was so glad that I did it. It was a 16-ounce ribeye, okay, for $25, and that is hardly beatable in any steakhouse anywhere. But that was really good. And okay, yep. I had grits at IHOPs in Nola, and they didn't charge me for it as I hardly touched it. Yeah, well, you should have put some butter on them grits, man.
Okay,
It comes with instructions, if you will. Next time you get some grits, put a bunch of butter in it, mix it up, and eat it.
Now, let me say this to you, cruising on the high seas and travel. So let me say this to you, okay? I live in the Northeast. You live in Canada. It's kind of the same thing when we're talking about Southern cuisine.
That's right.
Okay, and
our food comes with directions.
Okay, but here's the deal, right? that particular item on the Southern menu, it's kind of like garnish, right? You can take it or leave it, right? So it's not it's on the plate, but that doesn't mean that you're supposed to eat it and enjoy it.
Fake news. This is what happened to a grit. Okay, listen, this is the way it's done. Okay, hang on. Let me turn the mic a little bit. That way I can be clearly heard. Okay, this is what you do with grits. You put a whole bunch of butter in it. Okay, then the way that you eat it is you get your fork or spoon and put it in your active hand. You get a piece of bacon and you put it in your inactive hand. Okay, then you take a bite of bacon and a bite of grits and chew it together. Your life will never be the same.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.
That's right. It comes with instructions. I'm telling you, there's a proper way to eat and there is an improper way to eat. Sorry, but food is life down here, man.
Well, I'll tell you that the Garden Cafe and the Getaway, and the Garden Cafe and the Escape, as in the Escape, also the Bliss, they're on both sides. Some nights you have there's a middle section with tables and stuff like that, and there's some other stuff there. So some nights there are different things on every side, and some nights they're the same thing on one side and on the other. Usually in the morning it's just like that, you know, whatever you have on one side, you gotta have it on the other side. But when there's a specialty like prime rib night or barbecue night or something, there's a section just for that where you go and they do a whole lump of meat and they cut it right there in front of you. That's awesome, man. It's gonna be Prima was one section, the Escape, Getaway, Bliss, they're on both sides.
Okay,
I know. The other thing I liked about the Prima, right? So, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been on any cruise ship on any line where only half of the buffet is open.
Right.
And the other half is over there and it's completely empty, right? It's roped off. Nobody's over there. And Prima, this was like, you know, listen, we're probably only going to have half of this open anyway. So we're going to use the other half for 2 additional specialty restaurants. Now, I did not partake of those specialty restaurants, but it was refreshing to see their efficient use of that space and to say, you know what, we're not going to play the same game that everybody else plays, and we're just going to convert that space to specialty restaurant space. There was never a time when I went into the buffet when I couldn't find a place to sit down.
That's right.
Because they use the seating on those specialty restaurants as overflow seating for the buffet.
And I love that. I love that.
Absolutely. And they had real fresh squeezed lemonade in the sushi restaurant that we sat in, or while we ate the regular food. So you didn't even have to go back for drinks. They thought of everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the little small things that made the world of difference.
And when you ate in the Port Republic, if you want a copy, they brought it to you.
Yes. And that was perfect. You know, it really was. Oh, okay. Here we go.
I even had one of the guys carry my plate over.
Yep.
I had it on the walker and said, no, let me help you. He dropped it and.
Okay, so Emily, the Texas Roadhouse is a trendy restaurant, if you will. You have to get here in Texas, like the cowboy steak or something that is, you know, over 20 ounces in order to get a good slab of meat. Texas Roadhouse is good.
It is very good.
It is good. Okay,
Wait. We talking about the same Texas road?
it is good, but unless you have it, in Texas,
The only thing Texas
It's like
Roadhouse
the
ever
song.
did good was stop letting you throw peanut shells on the floor. No, that's a terrible restaurant. Okay, there's one literally 5 minutes down the road from me, and it's packed every day, and that's because I live in a land of idiots. Right? So, like, no, that's not good food. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying about it.
Okay, very good. In order to get a Texas sized steak, you're probably gonna have to get the cowboy.
We walked in the last time we went to Tennessee, our sister-in-law took us to dinner. We ended up in Texas Roadhouse. And I remember walking in and looking at the floor like, what the hell happened to the peanuts? How come there's no peanuts here on the floor?
Mhm.
What's going on? They didn't bring
Right.
it to the table either. Like, what's up with this?
Yep.
Because the allergic stuff now, people that are allergic to it. So.
You know what I
no,
really
listen,
like? You know what I really like
here's-
though, about Five Guys is that they give you peanuts on the way in the door. I love it.
So here's a real quick, super fast story, right? So a guy I used to work with, he was a total gimme. He was a Pittsburgh person. You know how I feel about Pittsburgh people. So anyway, he was a Pittsburgh person, right? And he went to the local grocery store one day, and he was getting donuts, and somebody had accidentally put peanut butter filled donuts in a cream filled donut shot. And you know what? I don't care, sue me or whatever, but I think he knew it and he did it anyway. And he did it. He set the whole thing up. But anyway, long story short, one of his sons was allergic to peanuts, and he ended up getting like 30 grand out of this grocery store company for donuts that his son didn't even touch and didn't even come into contact with and didn't even have a reaction to. He just happened to be in a box on his counter for about 5 friggin' minutes. Right?
Oh, wow.
And Emily, if you want a big steak, okay, Cruise Nuts has really put this on the spotlight. There's a place in West Texas, if you can eat their 72-ounce steak with all the sides in under an hour, the meal is free.
Yeah,
so there's
a similar place here in Middletown, Pennsylvania, just about 10 minutes from me, right near our Harrisburg Airport. They have an 84-ounce sirloin. If you can eat it in 45 minutes, it's free.
No. No. I'd rather just pay for my steak and still hold my stomach on the way out. Yep. Yeah, that's a crazy size steak right there. And then Margaritaville. We went there in Jamaica, in Montego Bay. We're going back there, and they have this burger challenge. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a triple cheeseburger, and if you can eat it in under like 20 minutes or something, it's free, but you got to eat all the fries and everything that comes with it. There were 2 people that tried on the booze cruise, but were not successful. So, and these were big guys. Okay. So yeah, those burger and steak challenges can be really, really tough.
And talking about burgers, I didn't have one single burger on the Prima.
Not one?
Oh, not one.
We went to the grill.
Yeah, Alice had 3 from there. Every time we went to the
I went there twice. I don't typically, like, in that kind of situation, I would not waste the bun. So I put a burger on a plate. I piled jalapenos, pickled jalapenos on top of the burger, took it back to my room and enjoyed it.
Yep.
And I love the pickles.
Yeah, unlimited pickles too.
Oh,
Baby was in
God.
heaven. Like, for real, she was.
I would get a plate of pickles.
Yep. And Hannah would get a plate of bacon and feed me bacon.
Right.
I mean, it was crazy. Yeah, that's like a little bacon patty that you could add to your burger. It was really good. I mean, all the way around, the Prima is awesome. I see you with your heater, Scott. My goodness.
It's getting a little chilly down here.
Oof.
What is it now?
Sounds rough.
What's the weather now?
Well, I don't know what the weather is here in the basement because unfortunately I don't. Beth works down here, so we don't bother monitoring the temperature because it could be minus 32 and she'd be in shorts.
Oh yeah.
So,
We've been
but
in shorts and t-shirt today
yeah, but the
Yep.
weather here in Pennsylvania
for our fish sandwiches.
is currently light snow.
Yep.
Here I will present this screen. Share screen. I think that's it.
Oh,
34.
34.
Golly.
Feels like -2. No, I'm messing with you.
Feels like 35.
Feels like
right?
35. Okay.
It's light snow, and I think we're supposed to get like I said, we're supposed to get, you can see here there's a winter storm warning.
I love it. We're like the minions. Whoa.
So I live about right there. So just kind of southwest of the capital. And as you can see here, based on the color, we are in the extreme.
Yep.
So I think we are going to get.
I used to live in that light yellow up there. It says New York.
Yeah, so I think we are going to get clobbered overnight.
And there's a curse word in the chat here. Kathy Mills says, so Scott, add some jalapenos to a beep burger and you would love them too.
Well, yes, maybe, right? So
Toppings might be there. You may have to jump over to Blue Iguana and get some pico or something, put it up on the burger. It might be all right.
This is Kathy. I know we upset you some morning when we talk about Carnival.
Yeah,
we honestly do not mean to upset you because we love you and we
love Carnival
really and greatly appreciate your support, and we do love Carnival as well, right? I would still sail Carnival anytime there was an opportunity for me to do it.
We looked at Jubilee today.
And in fact, Carnival is offering me some really incredible deals. And when one works out for me, I'm on it, on top of my sailing on the Paradise in October of this year. But I would say, Kathy, any morning that we are throwing some shade at Carnival and that you're getting a little hot under the collar about it, I would say just remember this.
I love that.
Okay. And yes, Rob, see, I got love for Carnival. I really do. I love the parties. I love everything that is Carnival. However, with my one experience on the Prima being what it was, I do believe that the Prima would throw Excel under the bus whenever it comes to food quality. Whenever it comes to entertainment, Excel naturally has it. Okay, they got it. They got the entertainment down packed. Okay, whenever you want a complete package, yes, you go to Deck 8 aft on any Excel class ship, and you got Guys Pig and Anchor, Smokehouse, Brewhouse. They have the entertainment and the food together. It all depends on what you're looking for. Now, NCL has impressed upon me that I don't have to be at the party. Okay, I can choose to chill out, or I can choose to go to the atrium and have a real good time. Okay, it all depends on what you're looking for. But whenever it comes to food, NCL blows Carnival out of the water each and every time under every category, even the tuna.
Everything.
Even the tuna, everything is better on NCL.
Yep, I agree.
Everything.
I agree.
Maybe not the pizza, okay, because I still got love for Carnival pizza.
Yeah, so here's the
I
thing,
really do.
right? So I did not love the pizza on NCL. It was if I had to say there was one food, I didn't hate it.
Right.
Like I didn't hate it like I hate listen, Royal Caribbean. Everybody knows I am a Royal Caribbean fanboy. Okay?
Right.
I love Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean is my absolute favorite cruise line. But that pizza is absolute friggin' garbage.
Garbage.
Right? I mean, garbage is probably too good of a word for the pizza on Royal Caribbean. I'm telling you, that pizza is I mean, it's not fit for dead dogs. Okay? Dollar store pizza is better. Dollar store pizza that's improperly cooked is better than the pizza they have on Royal Caribbean. Every single ship I've been on, it's absolute garbage. I think to myself, this just goes to show you how delusional these people are in their ivory tower in Miami at Royal Caribbean. Because if they think that pizza is good, and the people who go on those Royal Caribbean ships and fill out those surveys and say, I love the pizza, well, you know what? They aren't even American.
Right.
Okay. But anyway, with that all said, the pizza on Prima was not that bad, but it was not Carnival and it was not MSC. MSC, hands down, the absolute best pizza. And let me tell you what's even better than MSC pizza. Personal Order Yacht Club MSC pizza.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Okay. You know,
Listen,
for
made
Gen
to
Pop,
order, personal, customized Yacht Club MSC pizza. Oh my gosh, was that amazing pizza? Let me tell
yeah,
you.
man.
The Royal Caribbean, are you talking about Sorrentos or Playmakers?
Yeah, Sorrentos. Okay, absolute garbage.
Yep.
Garbage.
Try it out next time.
Garbage.
Oh, okay. Kathy Mills says, I just worried that the discussions may chase off some of your loyal Carnival cruisers. Not me. I started with them, but I have moved on due to my age, except for the group cruises. Yeah, I know. It's like,
I mean, I appreciate that. I appreciate, and I definitely can understand what you're saying. But at the same time, if people want us to lie to them, there's other channels that will lie to them about this or that or whatever. I'm not trying to lie to them because I preface my criticism of every line. Look, Royal Caribbean's my favorite line. I'm criticizing their pizza. I'm criticizing their specialty restaurants. My wife and I went on Wonder of the Seas, their latest Oasis class ship. We spent $700 on the ultimate dining package, and it was a huge waste of money. And that most of what we ate on that ultimate dining package was absolute garbage. And we're very, very disappointed in it. And, you know, again, if you want to be lied to, okay, there's channels out there that will lie to you, but I'm trying to give you an honest review. I'm going to tell you that the food was terrible, but I'm not saying don't go on a Carnival cruise ever, right? I would still go on a Carnival cruise. Okay. I would still go on a Carnival cruise, and I would still go on a Carnival cruise many times.
Yes.
I just cannot say that this food was good if it wasn't.
Right. So, and there are places on Carnival that has good, consistent food.
Yes.
Bang, Guy's Pig and Anchor Smokehouse Brewhouse.
Exactly.
Cucina del Capitano.
Yes.
Blue Iguana. Everybody knows I'm a Blue Iguana fanboy.
Yeah.
I missed Blue Iguana on the Prima. I really did.
Listen, when I went on Venezia and I went to Tomatillo, when they brought me I said 2 chicken tacos, right? I thought I was getting more than I got at the Blue Iguana. The first thing I noticed was the taco was like double the size.
Right.
And although the chicken was good, it just wasn't the same.
It would, yeah.
Like
Blue Iguana.
everything was different about Tomatillo's versus Blue Iguana. It was still good, but it wasn't the same. And when I say it was the same, if I'm on Pride, Legend, Magic, Vista, Horizon, every single time I went to Blue Iguana and I ordered chicken tacos, they were absolutely the same.
And consistently,
Yes.
always, yeah.
But on Venezia, they were very different, good, but noticeably not as good as the other Carnival ships. So,
yeah, I mean, there are many differences, but the major difference for all of us was the food.
Yeah.
It was being, all together on the ship. It was the places that we went. It was different, but better. That's how I have classified NCL over Carnival.
yes. I
just
would
based on
classify the
one
food
thing.
on NCL as better than, consistently better than the food I have on Royal Caribbean. And I would also say that the entertainment, the decor, the service, very comparable to a higher end Royal Caribbean experience. Although I have not been on Celebrity yet, I'm about to be.
Right.
And I'm going to be scrutinizing it heavily.
That's Royal Caribbean's big brother. So you got to get your royal hat on and go in there with a royal attitude, and then you'll be able to compare those two versus each other. I know there's got to be differences, but then get your NCL hat on and come back with a good.
Listen, I'm totally going to be looking for a man on the street interview opportunity with a particular passenger.
Yep.
On that Celebrity ship that may be able to offer some perspective.
Yes, because he's an NCL cruiser and he is none other than Eddie Lugo Studios. That's right. All righty, guys. Well, I think that will do it for this evening's show. Thank you guys so much for spending the last 2 hours with us. God knows we had plenty of laughs and good times with you. Thank you guys so much for coming in. But we will sign off for now. I think Sean's coming on right now, right? Or was that an hour ago?
Who knows?
It might have been an hour ago. Okay. Well, so sorry you missed Sean messing with us. But yeah, we had a good time tonight. And everybody take care of each other out there. Y'all hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget to share it out. Watch it again.
And for those of you who are in here, thank you so much for all the super chats and stickers tonight.
Absolutely.
Greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes.